Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Mastrana, and today we're here with Alicia Gittleman from WIldflowers Clothing. How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good. So let's get started. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the business, and we'll go from there.
So my name is Ailicia Gittleman. I'm a mom of 2 girls, 4 and 7, and we live here in Bedford, New Hampshire. They're fun. They keep me on my toes, and you got to enjoy them as much as you can. So I like to dress them. Going to the mall is fun. It's a trying experience. So sometimes it's easier just to bring it to you, and that's kind of what Wildflowers does.
Okay.
All the pieces are designed by Sam McDonald, and she's really out there. I'm not techie, so I really appreciate people that can kind of put themselves out there. And she blogs and she just talks. She has so much heart behind all of her designs, and she designs every fabric, every piece of trim, every button, and she just kind of sucks you in. So even if you're maybe not as into what she's doing, you're into her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to learn about the inspiration behind everything she does. And to shop in my home. I bring all the samples to you guys, and it's fun to see my daughters twirl and try on clothes, and there really isn't anything like that around here.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not bring it to the area? They thought it was a great idea, and I'm the only one in New England and New York, so
That's
here
cool.
I am.
All right. So, what is Wildflowers Clothing? Is it a was it like predominantly children's
So
clothes?
it's girls'
or?
clothing, 3 months to size 14. We
Okay.
also, this summer, there were bathing suits and bags and bows and socks and everything to kind of help coordinate the outfits, make it a little bit more complete. And Sam designs down in Austin, Texas, so it is around the country. She's kind of under the umbrella of Kelly's Kids. To give you a little bit more background about her, I kind of jump all over the place. She started off with Matilda Jane Clothing when she was 19. Denise DeMarcus brought her kind of under her wing and kind of taught her everything. And they grew this amazing business basically out of Denise's garage. She started doing furniture and then jeans, and then she jumped into just designing these clothes. They built this following, and they always loved really getting to know their customers. And a big part of it is their charity. They do this because they enjoyed kind of why I do it.
Yeah.
So I can get into more of our Seeds of Hope, which you can see on the website as well. But Denise unfortunately passed away in 2015. And so everybody still loves Sam. We still followed her. She still put herself out there. And then eventually Kelly's Kids, which is owned by a family, again, started in someone's garage in 1983. They were like, you're awesome. We want to help you out and get you kind of started on your way again. And that's what they did. And last fall was the first collection, and here she is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like how a lot of companies kind of start that way. They're like, oh, we're just working out of their garage or basement, or because Under Armour is the same way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm sure there are others. I just found that interesting.
Yeah. It is really fun, and I think it's a little bit inspiring, right?
Yeah.
I always look for kind of inspiration and everything. I mean, just in general, teachers. I think, my first grader has had a lot of challenges this year, and just I feel like they help me keep going, Everybody needs that little pick me up once in a while. So, yeah, you did it in your garage. Why can't I do it in mine?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, let's see here. So, from what I gathered from it all, you said, was it Denise?
Denise.
It is Denise. So she does designs all the clothing and all the stuff.
So
and
Denise
you
kind of
essentially sell them?
Yeah, Sam McDonald's the main designer now.
Yeah, Sam.
And so, yeah. So she designs everything. They have a factory over, I believe it's Mississippi. Sometimes I mix up those Midwestern states. But last week, she brought all of the girls who help her sell the clothes in the country. There's 56 of us, and we went down to Austin, and she spent a day just going through every single piece in the collection and talking about the inspiration behind each design and how she designed this button and her favorite button, just to kind of make it more personalized.
Yeah.
So that was really fun for me.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. I guess that makes sense, because that was one of my questions, of like, how do you get all the clothes? Which
Yeah.
makes sense if
We
you ship
support
it out.
FedEx too. I don't know if that was how that was started, but
I like that. It's kind of cool. So how is it for you? Because you said you're the only rep you guys got up here
Yeah.
in kind of like the New England area.
yeah. So it's
How's
big.
that?
It's a little bit bigger down south. It's kind of under that umbrella of boutique clothing,
Okay.
which I'm sure a lot of and people probably aren't familiar up here. Again, my main focus is brand recognition up here right now. That's I just started a few weeks ago, and,
Oh, wow.
and that's really their goal for me is just to kind of get it out there in this area. Down south, there's kind of blanking out a lot of terms because I don't live in South Carolina, North Carolina, but it's a lot more common. It's a
Yeah.
lot more known. You say, hey, come over my house today and shop Wildflowers, and there's people lining up the street here. People are like, well, what is it? And so, it's touching every person and kind of explaining it, getting the clothes on their girls, and then people
Okay.
seeing it and kind of spreading by word of mouth.
Okay. I like that. I like that type of business model. It's challenging yet very grassroots. I guess that's the term.
Yeah, it's great for me being new to the area.
Yeah.
It's fun to kind of bond over common interests.
Yeah.
Get my girls to meet new people. Maybe an excuse for some moms to have an adult beverage and sit down and spend some money.
Yeah. Well, that's always a benefit.
Yeah.
That's funny. So do the kids typically like the clothes?
Oh, my daughters love it. So again, my older one is a little bit sensory, and so I throw a pair of jeans in front of her, and the hands go up, no way. And so it's kind of why I got into this, because she likes soft, well-made clothes. Who doesn't? But they also have to stand up to the playground.
Yeah.
And what's amazing about this company is last year there was a fabric that bled, and they just refunded everybody for the dress. They really stand behind their clothes. And I think, if you went into Boston to a boutique, you'd be looking to spend like, $40 for a shirt, and we're around, mid-20s. Of course, it varies based on the detail. But for what you get for the price point, it's awesome. And obviously, if you host a show, you can get some amazing benefits and free clothes. And if you get to a certain level, Sam actually designs you a dress. So
Wow.
my friend last year hit that mark, and her daughter loved cats. So we were talking about that earlier. But so she designed her a dress with cat fabric. So she's not necessarily going to make those fabrics, but she's going to make that design, and your daughter's going to have a one-of-a-kind dress. So you have fun and get some nice benefits too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask something. I forget what it was now.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I do this all the time. So as far as variety goes, like how is it? Because I know some companies, I was speaking to, was it Lularoe? Where essentially they have a couple things
Yeah.
on hand, and that's all they have until the next one comes out. And essentially, is it like that, or do you kind of have a pretty big selection of clothing to pick from and designs? And
It's a pretty good selection. She definitely we have our basic models, let's say.
Yeah.
You can expect to see this version of this dress each time. The collection, so there's 4 releases every season. We have a spring and a fall, so about 8 releases total. The first collection has about 30 pieces. See if I can make this succinct. Let's follow along here with the way it's going in my head. It must sound like a designer, right? Bouncing back and forth. So the overall collection is called Pocket Full of Wonder.
Okay.
And so their niche for that is that every piece has pockets, whether they're visible or they're hidden, which is amazing, because if you know little girls, they love to find rocks and random things and shove them in their pockets. In terms of variety, we have it. We, like I said, socks, bows. We did bathing suits. There's leggings. There's skirts. There's tops. There's overalls. I mean, it's a really nice variety. You can definitely. My kids could definitely wear only that, but we like to support other things. They have other interests, and
Yeah.
they play sports, and maybe a skirt isn't the best for soccer, even if it's what they want to wear.
Yeah, that'd be too funny. So I like that, especially the pockets thing, because I hear people complain about that all the time, which I have no
Yeah.
idea about because all my pants have pockets. But I'm like, we'll just ask the designers to put pockets in things. I'm like, it's not that complicated. So it's good to see that happening.
Especially for females. I'm wearing a dress today that doesn't have, actually, it might have pockets. I haven't checked. But, I'll usually throw like a jean jacket on just because if I want to walk somewhere and I have my keys or my phone,
Yeah.
How do I do that? And Superman a kid when they're on the floor at Target and I have to pull them out. So, It's a nice little, it's those extra details that make it a little bit more special. And like I said, since she's designing all the fabrics and all these pieces, you're never going to see it again. It's not just a shirt being cut from fabric by 3 different companies.
Yeah.
And as a busy mom, it's frustrating when kids get a hole in something and then there goes an outfit. So it's nice to see the quality behind it as well.
That's good. I like that. Quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Little design things. That's cool. So, awesome. About halfway. I'm trying to think.
Want to go into the charity?
What's that?
Charity.
What about? Yeah, we can go to
So,
that. That's cool.
Again, this is really just like Sam's kid. So she believes in so many different things, and with Matilda Jane, they had a big charity called Mighty Acorns. They would create designs for it, and they did a lot of great work over in Africa. Mm-hmm. And so part of, I guess, Sam's vision was to create the seeds of hope. And so last season, they partnered. So every season, so in those 4 releases, whether spring or fall, they partner with a different charity, and their main focus is kids. And so last season it was Destiny Rescue, which rescues children who are victims of sex trafficking or other similar situations, and they helped fund getting 15 children out of those situations. So in addition to buying a fun dress and watching your daughter twirl, you're also helping to save a life, which may be a little bit hokey, for lack of a better term, but it did. All together, every purchase went to that charity. And so this season, we're partnering with Respray Haiti, which Megan, who started the foundation, I think about 7 years ago, she was 24, and she just went to Haiti because she felt a calling and she wanted to help. And she spent a couple years trying to figure out how to do that, and she ran into a respite, which is a child slave.
Okay.
And so I think she tried helping out. I haven't myself read the book yet because I just learned about this last week, and I wasn't quick enough to grab one of the 7 free copies, so I'm waiting for it the next time around. So she created an entire school for these respites, and these kids will walk over mountains and et cetera to get to this school. And so we haven't, as of last week, we hadn't figured out exactly if we were going to spend the $250 to support each student or certain students, or if we were going to, that school goes up to 8th grade or, about that age down there. I don't know exactly how their school system works, or we were going to help support further education. So learning a lot about myself, starting a business, different fabrics, because I'm not a designer by trade. And it kind of opens your eyes to different things that are going on.
Yeah, I like that, because you mentioned you're not a designer, so you're more of a salesperson, I guess, at that end.
Or like a stylist. I love my older one. Definitely, my kids are very different. My younger one is probably a little more conservative, and my older one is very artsy, funky. So she'll put things together that probably no one else would think about. So it's really fun to see their personalities come out, and just to kind of help each mom or girl find kind of how those pieces fit them best.
Yeah, that's very funny. Kids are nuts.
Oh yeah.
Like, at least even my kids, sometimes I'm like, why are you wearing that? And they're like, oh, I want to. I'm like, don't do that. Like, just don't go to school like that.
I might be the mom that lets my kids go to school, so now everyone probably knows who my kids are.
Yeah.
Like my younger one, even though she's a little more conservative, she'll really want to wear that summer dress in January. So sometimes you don't let them, and sometimes they might win.
Yeah.
But I turn the corner and I chuckle under my breath, because it is fun to watch them kind of finding their own way, even if it's kind of inappropriate.
Yeah. That's too funny. So people want to reach out, kind of learn more, maybe check out your brand, how they do it.
Yeah, so I have a Facebook business page, which, again, learning process, but you can just look me up, Ailicia Gittleman, independent wildflowers consultant, or, really they spend a lot of time on the website. It's awesome. WIldflowers Clothing / Alicia Gittleman. Most of the spring line is up. The way we work is that we have a week where I have the samples and I can show them locally, and it gives people a chance to, if you see it, you can order it before it goes live on the website. So you still can't order through the website. You still have to order through me.
Okay.
But for people that maybe aren't local or they're away on vacation, it's a way for them to see it. So that we make sure that it's available to everybody. But the people that made the effort to come and see it, that we make sure that we take care of them first.
Awesome. So it actually brings up a good question. So they have to come to see you, which is a pretty common model.
Or I go to them.
I
like to travel.
Yeah, but generally they're working through
Yeah.
you. And so do you do a lot of like home showings, or do you do a lot of group party type thing?
Yeah.
Stuff like that?
Today I'm just opening up my house. I said 12 to 2 for people that, hopefully that works between the morning and afternoon naps. And then 6 to 8, because I recognize there's a lot of working moms who work the traditional 9 to 5. I actually do myself in my limited spare time. I'm also a dentist up in Concord.
Nice.
So I get that. And then, I had a friend who said, like, oh, I think I'm going to come at, like, I'm free at 3:30. That's fine. I get it. And so I'm opening up my house today. And then I have a couple of people in Massachusetts that are really into it. And so go down to them tomorrow, do some in-home shows.
Yeah.
It's flexible.
It's pretty cool.
Sometimes we even, a lot of moms that are really interested in the style shop certain brands like Anthropology. And so we'll do like what we call a pop-up in Anthropology, where we'll set up so you can buy stuff for yourself and for your kids. And again, really a big part of this is giving back. And so sometimes, PTOs do kind of like a benefit show. We'll just set up, tell everyone, hey, you want some clothes for back to school pictures? Let's get that done, and we'll give all the proceeds to the PTA.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. So
Cool.
A lot of flexibility.
Yeah. I like that. So thanks for coming on the show today. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to have the last word with our sponsors, and everyone have a great day. That's it for today, everyone, but it doesn't have to end there. Head over to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or iHeartRadio to get more from New Hampshire's top entrepreneurs.